we swam into the cover of
Oh shit!
this issue. We see this kind of like tall, crenellated building made out of hard, weathered rock. It's kind of like a self-same bastion with um, small small slits for guns, like old guns to like shoot out of into the various angles. It is a singular tower in the northern part of the city at 12 o'clock. Everyone is in Halcyon, and we see on top of that this just shadowed figure, and below it is a shattered figure bleeding out into the streets. Its blood intermingled with this kind of like shining gold. And so we begin on the first page, and it is 11:55 in Halcyon City. Everyone is just doing on their business, and we kind of just see all these birds kind of like flood into the city. It turns to 11:57, and every bird starts fucking screaming.
Panic.
Just squawking, singing at the end of their lungs. 11:59, Halcyon City Airport gets something in the nearby air traffic radar, something that's unregistered. Masses start falling into the Halcyon City air zone. Planes starting to take off are immediately grounded. Planes coming into land are forcefully put to the ground. And anything that was in the air immediately gets peppered with just holes as these solid figures just run them through. In the northern part of the city, these impacts land. The biggest one, all we can see is this one big airliner just start careening to the ground. A hero gets underneath it and just struggles as just to keep it from immediately crashing and ruining the entire district. The being that brought down the plane just starts laughing haughtily. From its back, it uncurls this humongous multi-barreled gun. And in its other hand, it throws to the ground on top of what citizens of Halcyon City would recognize as the Old Town Armory. And to what the players can recognize as Apollo's basically shredded body. Shot, clawed at, stabs, sliced, and bruised. Bleeding into the street of Old Town Halcyon. And so we skip over Bastion. You are in the coffee shop, and just a wave of dread hits you. You've been feeling bad all morning for some reason. Your mojo's been funked. And then, the screaming happens. And what do you do?
Can I tell the direction? From the screaming?
The screaming's all around you. Every bird in Halcyon City has just been crying and singing for 5 minutes.
Can I try to reach out through my connection with Apollo to talk to him? Because I think that he'd ask if if it's time.
Roll freak. Temporary, unstable, or market condition.
I really shouldn't be giving myself conditions before a very extended combat session, so I'm
Give
gonna
yourself
go.
every comp. Give yourself every condition.
Oh, don't worry, I'll fucking do that. Trying to generate burn. Um, I'm gonna. Temporary.
Okay. So you try your bond. You kind of like walk out of the shop, stare at the sun a little bit. And besides like it slightly bothering your eyes, like you're staring into it and you get like the click like someone picks up and immediately like your nerves start singing pain. Like everything that we see on like Apollo's body is just emphatically drawn to you, Bastion. And all that is just north. And it cuts. And you like kind of like sink to the ground as you like you feel like you've taken more than any kind of punishment you've ever taken before.
Yeah, funny that I mentioned generating burn because I want to do that now, which hopefully I don't fucking botch this roll.
Go ahead.
And there we are. That's 3 conditions, right? Or is it 2?
It's been so long. Give me a second.
Man,
Man.
I hate sometimes how much I can do a called shot. It's 3 conditions.
Yep, 3 conditions, yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna pick angry, insecure, and guilty.
Good set.
And I got 2 burned, which is at least enough. I want to let me make sure this move does what I think it does. I want to use elemental awareness to lock down where Apollo is and use move to get there.
Yep, all you see is just a Bastion. And with like Apollo's thing of just north, you definitely like you lived in Halcyon all your life, right?
Yeah.
You would have taken school trips to this location. It's the Old Town Armory. Because, as I say, this is something that Halcyon would have used to equip its troops and like during any kind of the national wars that had found itself in America. Most definitely once in like the kind of like I figure like Halcyon City is on that like eastern coast near like Washington, so with kind of like the Civil War and like whatever. But you just remember just in like 4th grade you're walking up and all you can see in front of you, like in your 4th grade body, is you just see Apollo just shredded in front of you. You didn't even know a god could even like look this kind of bad. And as you kind of like walk up to him, you just see like his arms not in the right place. One of his legs is bent unnaturally. There's cuts all over, gunshot wounds. All of his usual like robes and clothing is just shredded. He has this like you can see what's left of some hastily put on armor. And then you get shrunk back to it, and you just, as soon as you see this, you just, with a fury, you kind of just light up, and you just kind of like Dragon Ball Z, you just power over the buildings and start flying directly north.
Yes. he's having a moment, and really, if anything, remotely resembling a bird is in his path. They're all dying. Wow, man. Yeah, he's pretty fucking angry. This is fucked. Wow. This is gonna be a session.
In the back of the cafe, we just Trevor, what's your instinct? You just see like you hear the screaming, you watch like Bastion kind of like stare off into the sun like he usually does when he gets to Apollo, and then he just in a fit of rage lights up and just takes off.
No, I didn't realize we were all there.
No,
don't you live?
We live in the same place.
Well, I thought he met him at the armory and stuff. Or you mean when he took off for the armory?
No, he's heading to.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is
Gotcha,
me heading
gotcha.
to.
Seeing that, probably be like, sir, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dragon dashing all over buildings.
Yeah. At that point, I would assume I have some sort of communication tools for everybody else. Because if not, I'm just gonna start teleporting to people's houses. Because I don't know if I've been to Rock and Rollers, but I know I've been to Bodkid's.
I think it is Shafi Coffee Company.
I think we had said Mean Bean, but then after that I thought Shafi's Coffee was also a missed opportunity, so I'm either one potentially.
Oh, it was the Mean Bean. There you go, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Shafi's Coffee was a missed opportunity on my behalf, but then again, fucking thinking of a name fresh off the press in the moment is real fucking hard.
So, yeah, you kind of like look out of the Mean Bean, and I don't think you guys have formalized. Actually, no, because of Bastion's old Shroud Hound, I don't know if he gave communications to the new members of the team.
Yeah, he did. I remember that, like, back when we were starting the other mission, I handed them out again because, like, we were like, something's up with this fucking company.
Oh,
okay.
Bird ass cult thing. So it's good to keep everyone informed at all times.
I know I have a cell phone. I don't know if she would have thought to have everybody's numbers in there yet or not. But either way,
yeah.
You guys got like ear communication devices.
All right, so then I activated and contacted whoever's on, and just basically something's up. Sam just took off in a rage.
I think Rock'n'Roller drives through the streets on his scooter, and his whole scooter is full of like parrots and cockadoos that are screaming.
Yep. You see a swallow carrying a coconut.
Yeah.
Over her head.
God damn it! I thought this would go right. What? Traveler, is that you? God, stop screaming.
I'm not screaming.
No, I mean the birds. They're screaming.
No.
I want to befriend a few parrots, have like some informants, but now they're just screaming. Not one single word I get out of them.
I'm in the coffee shop. I assume the noise was a new CD playing on the speaker system.
Oh, okay. Did you know
Even
that
as you see like birds outside were emanating the noise?
I was assuming I didn't even notice them out there doing that. Like whatever I was focused on. I'm thinking I had like a tablet playing a movie. Like Bruja gave me like an assortment of movies to watch to catch me up to speed with modern times. And I was kind of focused on that when Sam took off.
So you're watching Space Jam, which has no birds.
But
and you just hear birds screaming.
I assume it's the music.
A man that flies like an eagle.
I'm actually kind of tapping my foot along with the shrieks, thinking it's music.
Who knew bird metal was going to be the next thing Traveler was hooked on?
Did you know that ravens can talk too and crows?
I did not.
Pretty cool. But yeah, what's going on?
I don't know.
Speaking
Sam
of
just
it.
took off. I'm not sure where he's going. I give like the general direction, like the actual north, northwest, whatever. But beyond that, I just tell him I don't know where he's heading.
I'll take a look north.
And so you peel your scooter, rock and roller, like a fighter pilot, as people are just stopping in the just stopping their cars and going to like designated like bunker zones. As now Halcyon City's alarm system is now starting to go off and be cleared, and police are starting to flood.
Yeah, they probably blocked the police cars who were driving after me, screaming at me, "Give the birds back, rock and roller, give them back."
And now they're peeling off to like designated like points.
Yeah, now they have like actual reasons to be out here.
What was a very lazy chase has now turned into a goddamn national catastrophe.
Yeah.
Eddie!
Yes.
Your mother's sleeping in her room and like whatever, and you're just kind of like sitting there shoveling through like TV.
Yep.
The last text you have from Crossfire was just some confirmation about meeting up to share blueprints and like whatever, and the scene of like you get this like little like dove kind of like sits on your like the fire escape outside the window, and then like that's cute, and then like a blue jay comes, and then like 4 more blue jays come.
Okay, already, Eddie sees the first bird and he's suspicious. Then a second one comes and he just, oh no.
And then you're starting to reach for like your bow and arrow, and then they start screaming.
There's just a incredibly disappointed,
Like
oh no.
walking, and then like you're like starting to get like your stuff on, and you hear the like Halcyon City alarm start to go off
Oh fuck.
as you just see this airplane just start coming out of the sky.
Eddie is gonna be Newman to get all of his gear on, right? And then he is zooming into his room, grabbing everything that he can. Keep in mind, everything that he can is essentially just worthless projectiles if it doesn't have power source. So, like, he's grabbing his blueprints primarily, stuffing them in a duffel bag, and getting out of there.
As you're starting to like get out the window, you hear knocking on your door, and you go, Eddie, we need to start getting to like the bunker.
Eddie's vanishing. Eddie's just gonna yell, "I'll meet." Yeah, Eddie's just gonna yell, "I'll meet you there," and then he's going. All right. Hold on,
Then roll me a superior if you want to, instead of a
Yeah.
freak.
Roll me.
To
Superior is slightly better.
Okay,
Hey.
and she's like, sure, I'll meet you down there. Kind of like, you just hear like move away from the door,
Yeah.
and
then
you get off without a hitch-ish.
Yeah.
Then you climb down the fire escape, and you hear Traveler's message about Bastion.
What was I can't remember what that message was already because I've got the worst memory in the world.
Bastion took off with a rage.
All right. Did she give us any, or did Traveler give
Direction?
Eddie any kind of directions or anything like that?
Was north direction.
Yeah,
Alright.
literally the direction he took off from the coffee shop, and that was it.
Oh no, okay. If she didn't, Eddie's gonna send a message back that just kind of asks like if everybody wants to meet up everywhere, and then you go try to hunt for Bastion.
You guys have like comm pieces.
Fucking firestorm going in a general direction.
We currently take a speed to Bastion, just like racing through the air, and any birds within like a foot of him just get turned into like that kind of rotisserie chicken image and then drop.
Alright.
Perhaps we should all head in that direction and meet up on the way.
Alright. Eddie's gonna just start heading that way, I guess, trying to dodge what I'm assuming is raw chaos outside.
Yup. People are just running out of offices, buildings.
Yeah, Eddie is
police have
taking the-
just are starting
Eddie
to
is
be
most
posted
certainly
up on
not
the
taking the-
streets.
Eddie is most certainly not trying to stay away from roads as best he can. Alleys are what he's going to be taking primarily, trying to get there, trying to dodge what I'm assuming are wild multiple-ton death traps swinging around the road wildly.
I would like everyone to roll freak.
Hey, I like
Except
that. I
Bastion.
don't like that. I do not like that.
Because Bastion used move.
potential.
Hey, that's what happened.
So you take the back. You're taking back alleyways, but it's taking a long ass time.
Yep.
Considering whoever has a mask is with you in those alleyways, and they're just waiting for shit to happen. And so you're just bumping into people with like heavy armor. You go past this one entire group, like out past the street. You have to go through like underneath the legs of like a Hulkbuster and whatever. Rock and roll, you're speeding there. You get on like the interstate, and they're not even stopping you.
Oh
Like-
yeah, just dodging explosions left to right and car crashes. You think you can stop me, Chaos? I am breathing chaos every day of my being. Then he like jumps over like, I don't know, some pipes on the freeway.
Hold up, wait. So there are just a bunch of like actual heroes hiding in alleys and shit,
They're just posted up.
posted up.
Yeah.
Would it be no? You know what? Could I do this? Could I derail a little bit and have Eddie just scream at them to go fucking do something and stop being worthless? Specifically, he's going to say,
roll a provoke.
all right, roll a provoke. What is provoke? All right, that's superior. This is not going to go well.
They look at you like you can definitely see like adult heroes already looking at what you're looking at is mostly like young faces.
Yeah.
Is people like yourself. And then they kind of scratch their heads and then they look to you and you can take influence over one specific person in the crowd. You recognize them from the July 4th party. It is I want to say their name is
Three Fists McGee.
no.
Three-fifths me. Stop it.
No, I said-
Columbo.
I
You
said-
get influence over Columbo.
I said Three Fists
Alright.
McGee.
Oh, all right.
You see an alien there, and he's looking at you, and he looks up at the sky, and he like looks down at his gun and goes. He shrugs, and then like rounds like he makes a circling motion, like all these like new heroes go to him and go. And he goes, "Well, the police are already out there, so fuck it."
The police don't have fucking superpowers, you dumbass.
I meant fuck it. Let's get going.
Cuz y'all are fucking heroes. Why the fuck aren't you already out helping people? And then he's gonna turn around and leave.
Rapid reaction force. Waiting for orders, but orders aren't coming, so standard patrol and emergency procedure. And yeah, you see definitely one person with free arms just start climbing like the walls and up, and they start moving into various buildings and helping people like evacuate.
As Eddie is walking away, he points up at that guy and he's like, I like him. The rest of you suck.
This is after you provoked. The rest of them are starting to move like at the same time he is.
Oh, alright.
I'm sorry I didn't make that clear.
All right.
But the guy with the free arms, like one of them coming out of his back, gives you a thumbs up.
All right. And Eddie's just
And
gonna keep trying to head for those people.
yeah,
Or head for his team, rather.
Traveler, you're porting throughout the city, and you end up through the Mercantile District.
I was thinking if he's like on fire and bright like that, I probably could have popped up into the sky and like kind of followed his trail, line of sight style.
Sure, but it's gonna be like definitely like a following experience and like whatever, and I don't know what part of Bastion's like. I would have had to say you gone through like definitely you had to go through like the central part of Halcyon City, and so you see like on like one of like basically the stock market one, like the edge of it, you see the acquisitions of two companies by one corporation. You see the acquisitions of Big Bad Wolf Incorporated and Maria Medical be getting bought out by this kind of like you haven't heard of it before. Well, no one in this time has heard of it before, but you know of it. And it would be it's the Malglomerate.
Okay.
And it piques your interest, but you have to keep going because Bastion is tearing through.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I figure it's one of those. I saw that back of the head. It'll hit later, like what it means.
There you go. So each, like the first, obviously the first one on the scene is Bastion. You win with this humongous FUD. And just as you saw in your vision, except you're not in 4th grade anymore, you just see the image of Apollo dead on the stairwell of like the armory. And around him, perched up on the walls and in the trees, are these human-sized, like quad with talons for feet moving up to these bird-like bodies. Think of like Tengu, but in like these various kinds of armor. Some of them are holding muskets, others shotguns. One person's holding like a Roman gladius and shield, another one's just has spears with a javelin pack behind him. One and two guys are like lugging around like a Barrett 50 cal. And your eyes are just angrily climbing as you just see more and more of these mismatched kind of like army members just stare at you. And at the top of this bastion, at the top of the armory, you see this humongous being. And players save, and this is the guy you see.
Oh no.
I like him. He's got chutzpah.
And he's carrying in his one hand a humongous multi-barreled Gatling gun.
Boy.
I think at the moment, Bastion is ignoring all of them to check whether Apollo's like still alive.
Yeah, they let you walk up and roll me a mundane.
Can't believe.
You can roll mundane, you can roll... Yeah, roll me mundane.
What is this for?
Support? Comfort? Maybe?
I can't believe Apollo was fucking dead.
Because I mean, if this is to check his body, I would assume that's assess the situation.
Or I guess maybe... Yeah, assess would work, or freak.
Ooh, freak's even better. I don't have minuses to that one.
I can't believe Apollo was fucking dead.
And you see like the ground in front of you is just it's blood. It's like dark and crimson, but there's like this gold to it. This kind of like shimmering feature to it, almost like it got stuck with gold glitter was also inside of his veins. Without the glitter, obviously, but still the shine. And he's just like, you can tell he's alive. And he kind of just like his neck kind of like struggles to like look up at you. And he just coughs blood and go, not so hot.
Where do you need to go to get help?
There's a couple places. But I don't think they're gonna let you carry me out of here.
I don't care what dead people think.
And as like you say that, like all like these guns and like you can hear like the swords start getting drawn out of the scabbards, and you just look up and this entire like pillar goes up to you, and that Jake and Rock and Roller, you go up onto the scene and you see the same bit, same as you, Trevor, as you kind of like are in the building like across.
Oh no!
And the humongous bird creature kind of like leans over the like pulpit of the topmost of the bash of the armor, and he like leans down at you, and he goes, "I don't get why you're talking to yourself in the third person."
He just completely fucking blows off this dude's like provocation. He just stares at him and says, I assume all of you were involved in this?
Principally, yes. We stormed his house, broke down the door, and challenged him until I got tired and took it to him myself. My name is Miaya, and I am your challenge.
He just kind of blinks and starts laughing as like the sounds of thunder get louder as he's channeling Jupiter's energy, and he says, Challenger, I think you are starting to really misunderstand just how much I care about your annoyance. You all are flies, and I will exterminate all of you. Forget about the next challenge. None of you will ever dare stand in front of a god again after I'm done with you. And, I want to wield my powers against him.
Do it.
That's good enough. I would have, even if it's just for a moment, fucking, just a gigantic fucking lightning bolt strikes this guy, and I want to choose neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now.
Yep, so like we just see like everyone just looks up to the sky, and Bodkid, you just see the thunderclouds start to gather over this location, maybe like some 4 blocks away from you.
Well,
And you
Eddie's
just see
fucking running faster.
lightning strike, and instead of fading, it just stays there. As we just see Miaya just get struck through the chest and just pinned like a statue just into like the ceiling, and he turns around. And like he turns his head, he looks. He smiles and goes, boys swarm. And just all this kind of like tower of birds just open up on you, Bastion.
Are we seeing this?
Yep. You and Rock and Roller.
I would like to throw up a portal, like directly in their flight path, and the other end opens up directly into the lightning bolt. I'm picturing it as
roll
a
me defend.
Yeah.
And what's that one? Expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I think it would probably escalate in the sense that they realize he's not alone now.
Yeah. And so they start firing, and then they see like the portal start going up, and Miyaya just takes the wave of bullets into like the chest, and you can see him just impact for a second, and just immediately like the wounds seal up. And then they look to you and Rock, and like the guys with like swords and clubs and spears and hammers, like all these kind of like melee weapons, look to you and Rock and Roller.
Guess the fight is on.
And they charge at Rock and Roller, who's just getting off his moped at this point. Rock and Roller,
Yeah.
you're getting charged by like some 15 odd birds with
Right.
armed and like a menagerie.
Taking out my guitar and start playing, charging up and playing For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica. And I'm gonna shoot a barrage of lightning bolts at them as they charge at me.
Roll. I mean, yeah. I would say that'd be directly engage.
Yep. Oh yeah. I avoid the blows and fright.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I avoid the blows and I frighten, dismay, or whatever my enemies.
So they look at you as you're just starting to like guitar and like more lightning starting to shoot out from you and like start to peel away, like peels off 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they immediately start like trying to, and now they're moving to encircle you. Traveler, the same is starting to happen to you
Okay.
with the encircling.
Yeah. Do I get to act on that, or am I defend my action? They're going full on.
I'm gonna say you can't roll an action right now.
Okay.
And as they saw from Rock and Roller, they're now just not trying to straight rush you.
Gotcha.
They're using the building as cover. Bastion, you started to see the entire like tower's worth of guys start to sweep off at your friends.
I can handle a bunch of birds, bring out your adoptive father or whatever he is. I don't even know. Just go. Like, we handle this. You know how famous I am? I'm not gonna beat by a bunch of birds.
He nods, and I guess he'll just focus on killing this fucker who dared hurt his master, and I want to just keep wielding my powers against him until he's fucking dead.
I would say this time would have to be directly engage.
Then I'll generate burn so I can do reality storm.
Go right ahead. Because
there you go. I actually did it correctly for once.
yeah, free burn. You're gonna spend one for a reality storm.
Yep.
Roll danger with. Roll freak to directly engage. You come level to him, and you just like fight like this tornado of like fire and lightning starts to like go around your hands, and you just shoot it forth at him. And by the way, generate team. I'm sorry. 1 for the beginning of the session. 2 because you're facing a dangerous foe. I'm super sorry, folks. It's been a long time since we've done this. Who's the team leader?
Me.
Yeah, it's still Sam.
Do you have influence over everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Does everyone have the same purpose in the fight?
Destroy the birds?
Yeah, it seems so. Save Sam.
Objective 1, survive.
Doesn't sound like it.
We're on the same page of beating the birds. Obviously, we want to survive every fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone mistrust the leader of the team?
No.
Nope.
Your team is ill-prepared or off-balance.
I'd say probably.
I'd say probably.
Yeah, especially since I'm not even all there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Eddie's still running all the way here.
You will have 2 blocks left to go, Eddie.
Yay!
You're almost there.
Eddie's gonna miss almost all the fighting. Perfect.
I get that team. We get the team back, Captain.
Captain, forgot about that. Yeah, 5 team, however, no one can spend it to help Bastion unless he does it selfishly. There's the selfish part.
Yeah, sure.
Bet.
I am acting kind of instead of actually helping protect my friends like I usually do, I'm almost solely focused on murdering this thing.
Insulting the team by taking the head instead of helping people. Go ahead.
Cool. So now I do have enough. Which actually I was about to say I have enough either way because of
You have
Captain.
7.
Captain.
What's your option?
So actually,
Captain would. Oh, you wouldn't have to spend it. Okay. Never mind. No one feels insulted. Captain v. Captain. It's by honor duels.
Right now his main goal is for this being to die in the most painful way possible. So
you're not defending yourself?
No.
Great.
He's killing him.
You can't, let me get to that. Funny thing about birds.
I don't care, I'm a god. Eventually he will succumb. If his spirit doesn't, his flesh will.
So, you shoot, like I said, the kind of like tornadoes of fire and lightning coalesce around your hands, and it just shoots forth from your forearms as you like extend them outwards. And you see like his feathers starting to burn, his chest is cauterized, and the lightning that was pinning him down is gone, and all you see him is just bring up that humongous gun. And he just, what you were expecting were to be bullets that like haven't harmed you in forever, you just see them as just these kind of like golden shards. And they just start, and he's just unleashing them into you. Can you roll me a powerful bro?
R for chorus.
What is your option?
Die.
As you were just getting, as these golden shards just start like rapidly pummeling into your chest, like just your pectorals, your like abs, just your main body, your shoulders. One of them goes past and like cuts your ear. Another one kind of like lodges itself into like cuts through your right shoulder. What do you choose?
I don't know if he'll give me his death if I pick lose control of myself, so I guess I'm gonna have to pick 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
It might come at detrimental cost. Might not.
I mean, I don't know if Bastion's caring about the cost right now. Yeah, man, this happens every time. Like, Bastion really wants to do something. He always fails. I'll struggle past the pain and
Knock yourself up to 5 conditions, okay?
Yep. I don't have much of a choice here.
Yep.
And I guess I give ground.
What was once your flight on this kind of Bastion, as you kind of like on the armor, you just kind of start like losing altitude just to get out of the way of the bullets, and you just start like cutting above you, and like some of your hair gets cut off. As like so you still have some of these golden shards sticking out into your chest. You can feel like, and then you still like you like kind of like fly to the ground, and you just like hit like the street, and you can just feel every single bit and cut of them into you. And it just starts to burn. And you struggle to your feet as you kind of like are just right next to Apollo, and he just saddles all to the whip of the armory and continues the train that's gone on you. As he is doing this, we look back to Traveler's position. Traveler, you're about to be like, I need to help this situation, when you are sprung upon by 4 sides by these bird warriors.
Okay, and what are they wielding?
Swords, clubs, maces, and flails, and whatever kind of weapons you would have ever seen in the history class.
And I'm kind of assuming they're coming at me from all sides as well.
Yes.
Okay, so being surrounded, as much as I want to go help Bastion, I have to get out of the situation first. And what comes to mind is a scene, of all the things, a scene from one of the things that Bruja made me watch, of this animated thing called Sailor Garfunkel. And when they
Called what?
Sailor Garfunkel.
Okay, Sarah Garfunkel, yes, of course.
And their transformation scenes, of course, all the sparkles and everything. And so like, that just clicks. And so all of a sudden you just see her kind of like spin around like a pirouette kind of thing. And as her arm moves around, like shards of would be sand, or actually like tiny portals that would just take away chunks of these people, kind of release from her hand, and she kind of throws her arm back as she kind of swings it around, and more portals kind of fly out in all directions as she does like what looks like really half-assed, poorly trained ballet moves, throwing portals in all directions.
Roll me a directly engage at a, because I was originally going to have you roll because no one helped you. Roll me a directly engage at a -1. Never mind, you didn't even need the -1. And yeah, you're doing these half-ass ballet moves. Funny thing about ballet is if your body is not limber enough to do it, it sucks. And you like try to do like this leap, and like you stretch like your hip, and it cramps. and that's not the only stabbing feeling you get. Because what else comes through, like you look down and you're like, wow, my appendix is starting to hurt, and you see a glaive stick through your entire body. Can you roll me a powerful blow? Choose an option.
I'm going to struggle past the pain on this one, just because I still want to I'm trying to save Sam. I was trying to get those out of the way, but I feel insecure because that was embarrassing and stupid, and a little guilty that I even, like, instead of just straight up attacking like I've been trained, I tried something stupid like that.
Good points. And so, as you strike, you struggle past the pain. You like roll like you just like create a portal inside of your body to just roll like, and the entire like glade in front of you just kind of like moves outside of your body, and then like it just becomes like this half of it. And you're just like, yes, I got it out, and you're just like now desperately just dodge rolling out of the like way, and they're just like stickling in the ground. Have you ever seen like Rise, Son of Rome?
No. But I'm pretty sure I can picture what you're the kind of thing you're talking
You're dodge
about.
rolling around this entire rooftop for your life.
No.
And like using portals to just like make these blades go out of their way. A rock and roller.
Yeah.
You're faring way better with your
Yeah.
indestructible guitar and lightning and sick lyrics. As we kind of see you pull off that kind of like Thor Ragnarok thing. There's now about like maybe half their number on you.
Yeah, but I see my friends being killed.
You don't see we're travelers. Not anymore.
But Sam, I just saw.
Yeah, you see Sam like tumble to the ground.
Sam, no! And I think I want to clear my path towards Sam.
Roll me freak.
Cool. Alright.
Temporary unstable or market condition.
I mark a condition. I'm pretty pissed that someone is attacking my band members here.
So you power slide your way through the birds.
Yeah, and as they get side, they get electrocuted by my power slide.
And they definitely move out of your way, and you have a clear path as you kind of like reach over to Sam.
Sam! He's still with me! Oh my god, there's so much blood!
He just nods and kind of drags himself back up.
We have to flee! We have to retreat! At least for now. Until we make a comeback tour. And by God, will they fear our comeback tour?
He clenches his teeth, but no, it seems like the universe is against him today.
Do you want me to get Apollo?
I got him.
Alright, I take care of Bud Traveler and then we get out of here.
I want you, Mie, Eddie, you finally roll on the scene through a back
Hell yes.
alley.
Finally.
And you just see Apollo's broken body getting carried by hurt and also almost equally shredded Bastion.
Alright, and I'm assuming there's still fuck tons of birds around, or...
There's still fuck tons of birds around. And you
All
just
right.
look down and you see the humongous one on the whip. And
All right.
before you can do anything, he looks down at Bastion and goes, "So this was the mighty challenger? The one who's supposed to fight us off?
Alright, Eddie's...
Is
there's
this
like...
all you have?"
I got an anime-ass bullshit move cooked up here, boys. Alright, so... There's like that moment where Eddie looks fucking terrified, right? And then he does that classic fucking movie thing where looking absolutely terrified suddenly turns into a shit-eating smirk. And can I roll straight up creeping real quick?
Yes.
Eddie's got a plan here. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Alright, first off, what here is worth grabbing?
The Armory has a rumored basement.
Perfect.
Or you can just
Alright.
pick off one of the littered weapons on the ground.
Yeah.
There seems to be an M4 with a grenade launcher nearby.
Alright. And now, who or what here is not what they seem?
Apollo is in.
Oh boy. Oh.
You're looking at
boy.
Apollo, and you're like, he looks hurt. Like, much more than you thought any god ever could have been hurt.
Yeah?
And what you learn in like high school mythology class is not stacking with what you know.
All right.
Like what you're seeing.
Perfect. Alright, and then where is Mia, or however you pronounce his name?
Miaya is on the lip of the arsenal.
Alright. And he's still got his giant fucking chain gun or
Yes.
Gatling gun?
Yeah. And he's
Alright.
looking at Bastion and he's hurling over, and Bastion, he's taunting you.
Hey, question. There's like a big chain coming out of that, like a big old belt of bullets coming out of that chain gun, right? Or that Gatling gun?
Yes. You can see an ammo feed to his backpack.
Can I shoot that chain and fuck up his ammo supply?
Yes, you can.
Hell yes. Also, would this count as being dramatic? Would this count as being dramatically under fire?
You are not dramatically under fire.
Alright, so I'm rolling. Would that be rolling danger?
Danger,
or...
yes.
Alright, this is not gonna go well for me, boys. Hey!
You get one option.
Alright, well then, fuck, I gotta open up the basic moves. Give me 1 second.
If you grant an opportunity to your allies, I can make sure that his gun is now our gun.
Yeah, that was what I was. Oh,
By
I
the
want to
way,
take something from them, though. I want to take that ammo supply from him.
I will allow that.
Alright, so y'all got all your shit going on. Suddenly, y'all just see an arrow come out of nowhere and just snipe his ammo chain in half. I'm assuming Mia would be turning to look at what did that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So you cut it, and it's like the entire chain snaps, and like in like a directly like kind of like tank treads.
Perfect. Right as it snaps, and Mia looks at Eddie. Eddie puts up a finger gun and just says, "Bullseye."
It's Bodkid. I thought he was dead. Wait, why did I thought that?
Because you're looking in, and you're like, don't I have precognition powers, and you just see like 3 birds with like baseball bats. Like one of them with nails, one of them's just like steel, and another one's just a plain wood one.
Eddie, no!
And they just start clubbing like Bodkid.
No! Eddie's running.
You did not choose to deflect or avoid blows.
Yeah, I know. That my next turn is just going to be Eddie trying to run.
Roll the. If you take a condition, I'll say you can get away, and you don't have to roll a condition roll.
Oh,
Are you gonna do that?
he's muted.
Oh, my family must have came in.
Can I do some moves then?
Yes, but first you are getting taunted by Miea. I'd like you to. Are you gonna continue your plan to run, or are you gonna?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
You're gonna need to.
He doesn't have influence over me, so I don't
Every
know.
adult has influence over you.
He's a fucking bird.
He's a bird adult.
How in my own this fucker who's like not even like it's not even like I'm the challenger and he's the champion. He's the challenger. How does he have influence over me? I should have influence over all of them.
You're just a kid.
I got a plan.
You were a kid brought up from the streets in the past month to avoid basically the entire world order getting fucked.
Can we resolve Bodkid's thing first before we?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not going to take a condition.
You're not gonna take a condition and then roll conditions?
All right, roll conditions. Guess what? I got 0 of those. Let's see if I die. Shit.
Take a thing.
Take
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
From the 7th line list.
Yeah, hold on. Take a powerful blow. I'm gonna go with give ground opposition gets an opportunity, and it's just Eddie booking it back into the alley he came out of.
Yeah, so I'll accept that. You're booking.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
And his one
Bastion,
cool
about
moment-
this bird adult.
Load of shit or whatever. So I'm guessing it's a reject influence.
It is a reject influence if you're going to continue your plan that we're on.
Cool. Can't wait to fucking fail this roll too. Sigh.
Bastion, guess what happens?
Yeah,
You get a 6th condition.
yeah, which makes no sense because I can't fucking leave the fight because explicitly the thing that you're. Sorry, my dad called me.
That's fine.
Yeah, as I was trying to say, I don't know what the fuck happens because what I was trying to do in the first place was leaving the battlefield. Which
Yes,
I
and
mean,
he
6
wants to
conditions
prevent
means
that.
you leave. Well, the 6th condition means that you are out of the fight, which means that I still
You
leave.
collapse.
I mean, fucking all right then. Cool.
So, Jesus. So we kind of just we woke up and like Bastion, like you turn around just to like you're turning to give him like the like to flip the bird at him. And that's when we have this kind of like anime like that kind of like zing going on as like your wounds start to catch up with your nervous system. And you I think Rock and Roller is the only one to notice that of the wounds, you are continuously bleeding, and so is Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
And you just black out, Sam.
Fine.
Eddie,
No.
you were running down the streets. Rock and Roller, you were there.
I'm assuming there are still birds following Eddie.
Yes, you still have
Nice.
3 birds with various baseball bats following you.
Alright, nice.
Rock and Roller, Traveler, it is your move.
So they're both now like basically bleeding and lying out on the roof there with us.
No, you're not with. They're not with you. They are in the street below the armory, bleeding.
Can I see them?
Yeah, I'll say you can see them. Like you can look over the like the lip of a building.
If from where I'm at, if I did like a running jump, could I reach them? Like land on them, basically.
You roll freak.
Well, the whole thing, what I'm thinking is before I roll for that one, unless you want me to do multiple. Basically, if I can reach them in that regard, the whole move would be jumping off, hands out, and as I make the first contact with both of them, teleport us both into the med bay, basically inside the Illuminati base, because I've been there, so I can teleport us there, or all 3 of us rather.
That would still be like a freak.
Well, yeah, I was just throwing it out there.
That'd be a strenuous freak, but that'd be a freak. Roll it. Yep, so you just, like, kind of out of Doctor Strange, you just kind of, like, leave from the building, and you just, like, make a portal, like, underneath, like, into the Illuminati base between, like, you and, Sam, you just fall into it, along with Apollo and his arm, like, and they just, like, flop onto, like, the med base floor, just still bleeding out, and, like, now, like, the blood on the street is just starting to, like, pour in through your portal. And, like, you also just fly, like, jump into it. Traveler. Rock and Roller.
Yeah, I guess I also fall through.
Yep, Rock and Roller, but you can at least land with a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Medic! We need a medic!
And just before they kind of, like, you just see the birds kind of, like, start to, like, chase after you for a quick second, and, like, you close the portal, and, like, one of their, like, beaks and a weapon gets cut off in half.
Yeah,
And
so-
as we see rock and rollers cry for medic, and like in order, we just like surprise you're there. We go back to Bodkid.
Yay! I feel like Eddie would be a little bit closer to being under fire now.
Yes, you are definitely closer to under fire. I would say you are definitely under fire. I will give you that.
Yeah. Eddie's... Well, first off, Eddie's just gonna try to run some more. But... Could Eddie try to, whirl around, knock an arrow, and just shoot one of the birds in the hand to get it to drop its thing?
Yes, you can. That would be to take something from him.
Yeah. So, suck it, Domitician. Still only rolling a 1. Still only rolling for 1.
What option do you choose?
Let me tell you. I'm gonna go with impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Right. So you
I feel like at this point, after hitting multiple very, very fine targets, they'd start to realize that this is kind of terrifying.
Yeah. So they just see this boy kind of like they're chasing them. They're kind of like underestimating you, and you just swing around and you just stick like 3 like arrows into their chest.
I'm sorry, what?
You turn around and you stick like 3 arrows into their chest. And just before like they step back for a couple paces, and then you hear like the guy like you hear this humongous like thunderous laughter coming from the square.
Okay, so Eddie, there's like a pause after those 3 birds go down, where Eddie takes a second to like breathe, right? Then he hears that laugh, and he literally stands up completely straight, and he just goes, "Oh fuck!"
And like right at like one of the birds peels away to see what's up. Another one kind of like starts kind of like following him, and one of them kind of pulls up their bat to strike at you, Eddie. But just before like they start the swing, like the bird's face just crumples to like this gigantic to this humongous like to this gigantic metal hand. Like it's obscenely big. Like it's the size of like a postal box. Like lengthwise. Like if it was standing up.
Oh Christ.
And then going up the forearm.
Oh Christ.
And it's just this kind of like, and you just start to notice like and the entire just like, it's the face and then like the body just starts to crumple.
Oh boy.
And it just gets flung down the body, like the alleyway. And you just see this guy who's just like in this tank top, kind of like you just see him kind of wear this kind of like almost near like slippers and kind of like sort of like gym pants, like running pants.
All right.
And just with this humongous arm, he just like this humongous fist, he just brings it down just to block the alleyway, and he looks to you and go, "You all right?"
Yeah. Eddie
Archers
says
is supposed to be heading towards the airport. What are you doing here?
Wait, what did he say? Sorry.
Archers is supposed to be heading to any kind of ranged hero is supposed to be heading to the airport.
My team is here.
Team?
Team.
Who you with?
Bastion, Traveler, Rock and Roller.
Calamity. Okay.
Calamity.
Okay, yeah. You're supposed to be out and about. And he kind of just like takes like the hand and like if you guys like seen like and like Total War charges out and he goes that way, right? Down the alleyway?
Yeah.
And he just like puts his like hand out and like a humongous tower shield, he just charges down.
Hold on, wait. Right before, how big is this dude?
He's your size. He's like he's like 5'10", cut as hell.
Oh, he's just deezed. All right.
And like you can say he's about like maybe like 155 pounds.
All right. See, when you said there was a giant fist, I thought we were.
No, there is a giant fist.
Oh.
Like, here's the guy, and here's the fist. Like, attached to his arm.
Oh, so it's like an. All right.
It's the size of a postal box.
All right.
And you just see this amount, like, this, like, weird coalescing of, like, high fantasy, like, armor plating and scale armor that's just attached to it.
All right. All right. Never mind then.
He's male. He has tan skin, like he's been burnt repeatedly.
All right.
Kind of like from across his arms, there's just like it's even darker around his arms.
All right.
On his right arm, and like you can see the edge of it about like the bicep on his left, because this kind of like humongous fist is coalescing around his forearm on his left hand. And he charges down the alleyway, and you like just hear the thump as it kind of like goes over the one guy he obliterated, and another one as he just knocks the guy who was watching aside, and you just see like this puddle of blood and everyone gone.
Oh boy.
And he looks to you and go, "Your team's here?"
Yes.
But you don't have any invisibility.
No.
So where the hell is the Calamity?
Now, at this point, I'd like to just say, like, back at the thing, what I was thinking I would like to be doing is trying to find adrenaline to jam myself with it to teleport back in to get him.
All right, so Eddie's like looking around for a second, and then he's just like, "Oh fuck!" Just another oh fuck.
Take a condition, the roll freak
Take a condition, then roll freak. All right.
for Traveler.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If you're going to jam yourself with adrenaline to force your body into overdrive.
Yeah. I'm going to probably take angry at this point.
That's viable. Yep, you pop up and you go to like the scene again, like where you last saw him, and he takes some like running, and you find him with another guy with this humongous postal box fist.
Do I recognize the postal box, this guy?
You don't.
Okay. So I just
You might have seen him like once or twice in like the training areas.
I run up into the guy with the post office box fist, just like, "Are you good?" Like breathing heavy.
Yeah.
I say that
yeah.
to the NPC, not to you.
Oh.
I'm nominal. This is the kind of crap I was built for.
All right, I got
Are you alright?
I grab Bodkid and teleport back to the med bay.
Hey, wait, what the hell is? And he just like you just disappear with Bodkid, and he like looks up and go, "God damn it!" And he like the armor plating just starts shifting around his body and onto like both hands as they become like these large gauntlets, and he just holds them up like one over his face, the other one over like his like chest and like pelvis area, as he just starts like collecting, like shielding himself from bullets as he starts to move backward. Actually, wait, he wouldn't even do that. Like the armor just encases his entire body, and he kind of like looks like this, like. Do you know how like winged paladin armor, like around the helmet?
Yeah.
It kind of like looks like that, and like the main, like on the back, you can see plate mixed with scale armor. Not humongous pauldrons, but he still has like a set of like plated shoulder pads as they kind of like as it just starts absorbing armor, and it just starts like moving backwards.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I love the guy, which is why I wanted to introduce him via Bastion, but that didn't happen, and now this is what's happening. And so you port back into the med bay, and Bodkid, you just see this pristine kind of like Battlestar Galactica med bay.
Eddie is visibly.
And Orderly is like laying out Bastion on like a table, and like Apollo on another. Down the hall, you can see like what we see to the players: Bastion, Noah's, Instant Goma, and one more person. I guess starts walking down the hall.
You okay? And this time it's the Bodkid.
Eddie's just like, wait, no, wait. Like Eddie looks very visibly confused. And he's like, wait, no.
Are you
no,
hurt?
We have to go back. No. Wait, what? No, we have to go back.
We're outclassed. We're not going back. And I'm holding like my wound as I'm bleeding out, like it's still pumping up with the adrenaline though.
And you see like Aegis just look at you, and like he looks at Bodkid and she goes, "He's not supposed to be here, but I've been sent by my master for something else."
I really don't care. That he's not
I
supposed
don't
to be here.
really care that they need medical attention. Weird
Yes,
robot woman.
those three need medical attention. And Instant Goma like looks and goes, "Sadly, Bodkid, the one known as Bodkid, is fine." I mean, happily, fortunately, the one known as Bodkid is alive. Sorry. And she just goes over to like you, Traveler, and she takes out like a poultice and starts pouring it on the wound, and it hurts like hell.
I just kind of grit my teeth and take it. I've had worse wounds, so I've probably had really horrible treatments too. So
you can peel off a condition as the wound starts to seal. And she looks to Apollo and go, "Your brother has words with you." And he goes, "Which one?" "Well, Pluto wants to know why you didn't immediately go to the Elysian Fields to be healed. Vulcan's wondering why the hell you went half-cocked. It's a mess."
Oh no!
Loose cannon, Apollo! I just
jumped
shout
me.
from behind
Oh, no,
Aegis' shoulder.
Oh god!
no wonder he chose this team for his Scion to lead.
And she goes over to like she like uncaps one of her fingers, and like you can see this golden liquid start to pour, and you can immediately see like color and like white start to like filter through Apollo's as like the bones are starting to reset with like audible cracks. And she pours that in, and she just waits for like a full minute as that's starting to work through, and she like nods at that as like she regulates breathing. And then she moves over to Bastion, and she opens up another finger, opens up your Sam's mouth, and pours the same like kind of like full entire, what would be an entire cup, into like of this golden liquid that we know to be ambrosia into Sam's mouth. And Sam, it's blacked out. And then you're starting to show like you have this like dream for a second, and you see these gorgeous fields with just all these animals starting to like play like a Garden of Eden. But there's these like pristine white pillars, and you see a person off in the distance playing a lyre with like a woman next to him, both more beautiful than you probably have ever seen. And you just see like all these kind of like in another corner you just see like a fierce debate going on between two scholarly looking men in an amphitheater. And you kind of like look up to you, and then there's this young woman with raven black hair, and just completely contrasting this like paradise. And she looks into you, goes, "You're not supposed to be here. Not. You need to head back up. Our cousin is with you."
Cousin? Where to?
You're greater than this, Sam. You're greater than all of this petty shit. You started out perfect.
I I fear you have me at a loss. I don't know who you are or where
My
I
name is
am or how I
Sveno.
got here.
My name is Sveno Shafi, and you are not supposed to be here yet. And like just before like you have any like time to word your mouth, like you just hear this thump thump, and you're just stolen by this golden light out of this paradise. Out like this 15 layers as you're just flying up. Like high speed than anything. Over a lake where you can hear croaking. And back on, and then you like breathe up. And to everybody you just see like the golden shards just start like piercing out of like just move like kind of like being expelled out of his body. And the bleeding finally stops. And you like flicker and you like raise your eyes. Bastion, you can take 2 conditions off.
It's not gonna do me much good, but I guess it's a start. Time to get them right back the second we fight again and go back to like sitting in a corner.
Whoa. Sam, calm down. I think you were dead for a second there. Like Keith Richards, like every birthday.
Yeah, I think when he wakes up, like he immediately is like, "Fuck, God." And then kind of like looks around and realizes where he is, and then there's just a very tired sigh.
It's okay. You're good now. Just stay here and rest a bit.
Just quiet. He evidently looks pretty upset to be here again.
Well, at least you're good. But don't do this ever again. Just fight on your own like this. Nearly lost my front man.
You can roll comfort and support, though I don't know if Sam will open up.
Alright, there we go. I will
Sam,
clear
do
my
you open
anger.
up?
I guess he just kind of like looks to rock and roller and says, just hurt my family. I thought, at least this time, I would have been strong enough to get back. But things would have been different this time.
Dude, I totally understand that. I mean, you want to revenge your second dad or something. I don't really get the thing. Because they're all related with each other and all of that. But look, it's fine because he's immortal as much as I understand. You're not. I don't just want to lose you, man, like this. Just go out in a blaze of glory. Like, you have a career in front of you.
And Traveler kind of steps up at that point, kind of head down. It's just like, I apologize, sir. I know we should have stayed and fought, but I could not lose another commander. Especially not when you're so important to history. I also apologize for violating your orders regarding, and I kind of like glance back like at Bodkid.
The situation was unavoidable on both fronts due to my mistakes. I don't. I'm really not feeling this like me becoming anything great in the future thing, but your call was the right one. I was gonna leave before I passed out anyways.
It's kind of nod. I understand.
Look, man, you stay here. Just stay with your Apollo dad or whatever he is, and I take on the fight.
It's gotta be him.
Yeah. Due to that stupid contract, I'm not allowed to not be there.
He's gotta have the final blow. It fell on my stupid goddamn house this time and I rushed it.
So, how literal is that? Is it literally him, or is it his genetic material? If his blood were in some sort of device.
His power.
Okay.
And kind of just shrugs. And he like, kind of gets up and he's like, besides, if I'm used to anything at this point, it's getting fucking railed. Oh, and he kind of like pauses for a moment and looks around and says, "Who got me up, anyways?"
What's the weird robot lady? She gave you something.
And you just see Aegis kind of like look at you concernedly.
Hey, cousin.
Salutations.
Did you give me that stuff again?
Yes. Only way to get you back and running again. I know you may not like it, but we got a man out there that's taking the brunt.
It took me somewhere. Where was that?
Describe it.
He's like, there was a whole bunch of beings there. That were exceptionally beautiful. There was there was an amphitheater, and my sister was there.
Elysian Fields. Pluto's paradise.
Is that just what that liquid does?
No. I'm afraid you might have shifted up. Someone took you off your mortal coil for a little bit. And she, like, you see, you even, like, before the bandages start to seize up, you can, like, see your skin starting to close up.
So I was supposed to die from that?
They're god-killing rounds. Old magic. They probably chipped them off the skin of a titan to try and use them against us. I'm made with something similar as a skin.
Alright, well, I guess I'll make sure to take his gun this time.
That's probably his one point. I don't know what else happened in the field. Everything's kind of like shut and streaming and chaotic. For some reason, the entire courts are wrapped up with a murder case. Entire, like, infrastructure is starting to fall through. Police are responding. Everyone, there's no mortal casualties. Wounds and people being hospitalized, yes, but and then there's just that guy boasting and just sitting on the arsenal, chasing the operative. I know you don't want to fight him after what you just went through. But we have a guy up there running.
I mean, I do want to fight him. I just not confident, I guess. But
you don't need to be confident to
Wait,
save
is this
a
happening?
life.
Question. Is this happening in an area that Eddie can hear or no?
No.
You're
Yeah,
right.
you're in the room.
Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. And they're asking for somebody to go up there?
They're asking for the team to go up there.
Eddie literally just says, I'll go. Alone. I don't care. I'll go.
Well, I mean, we're all going. Again, I'm not hesitant to go.
You're all half dead.
Yeah, and you're explicitly not able to kill them. From what I understand.
You can kill
Literally-
his henchmen.
Okay, then
You
at
can't
least
kill the
there's that.
challenger. The challenger's last shot has to come from you.
All right.
The henchmen are just to ward off seconds. Or to warm up the defendant.
Who's the defendant? Is
The
Sam?
defending champion is fallen to Sam and Apollo.
Where's that operative now? Are they still like in the general location where we were?
Yes, about 5 blocks down in an alleyway. He's put himself there for the sake of using it as a choke point.
All right, I guess if we kind of like looks to travel. Can you portal back there?
If it's the same alley I left him in, then yes.
It's not, but we can loan you one of the gates.
Just kind of nod.
I guess that we have our plan then.
And like you look down and you see in the mirror and you see that like woman with like the black hair, and she just whispers, "Burn them. Burn them all for the sin of working against us."
And he kind of clenches his fists and nods.
And she just like disappears. And everyone just kind of like looks at Aegis as she kind of like lets out this shudder.
What the fuck is even happening?
Stay sharp. The divine is happening. Our claim to being worthy. One of them, at least.
Yeah, I don't really care about all your weird brabble, but I only want Sam to get out of this alive. Don't know what shit you got him into, but I don't care for it.
He signed freely.
Well, maybe he didn't read the small print. It's always how they get you.
So we understand he has to deliver the final blow to the leader.
Yes.
But is there not any other forces that could be rallied against his army besides just us?
That is what the operative was for. That's why the entire net was sent out and he ran into you guys. Of course he is not fleet of foot, but he packs a mean punch and he can defend. He is both.
Sorry, go on.
He is a spear and shield that can be used to enhance your numbers. I think this is the biggest martial barrier you have to face. It doesn't make sense, personally. If everything was this martial, then you would be facing 4 of them at once. Goad him for more information, or one of his henchmen after you blow him away.
Will do.
He's gonna be reaching another junction soon. There'll be another person there, right? Waiting. A friend. And she kind of like lifts, like she opens a cabinet and like you just see this swirling vortex. Do you guys walk through it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
so you walk through it and
Before I go, I turn to Aegis and say, "Yo, fill me up.
with what?
You know what? The good stuff."
No,
Yes, you do. You owe me one.
I don't owe you anything.
I brought your chosen one back alive, and I will look over him. So give me a shot of that.
You're stuck to the cosmic force of music and you are asking for... It'll ruin your organs. Go.
Baby, I'm more than a Greek god. I'm a rock star.
Roll
So
provoke.
hit me up with that stuff.
Yeah, provoke to kill yourself, because I'm pretty sure that's what ambrosia does to normal beings.
Rock roller is not normal, and you should know that by now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure his insides are still human insides.
It's kind of like when he puts on the suit, it's kind of like Slapstick from the Deadpool.
yeah. Looking cartoon figure.
But she just looks at you for a second and go. She says, "All right, come over here."
Yeah, follow.
And she just slaps you and just like takes you and throws you through the cabinet.
I will revenge myself.
You can take influence.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll allow that too. And everyone kind of like froze out, and like all of you kind of like exit out of like this air conditioner onto like the ground floor, and you see once again that fully kind of like armored figure, and behind him is like this man like fully like just on fire.
Oh my god, someone extinguished that guy.
And he goes, "This is my power, you idiot!" And he like brings his hand together in a vortex of cooks and not like one of the henchbirds, and like all the grenades on him just explode as the guy with in that fully armor kind of like takes away his back plating as he gets shoved against a wall, and like the front just kind of like his hands start growing into like like the plates are like once again kind of like form onto his hands, and he just uses that to like hammer another one just continuously, like just right hook, left hook, right hook, left hook into a wall before they're nothing but like before their face was just pulp. And like he brings his arm, like the armor from like the plates start to shift on the right side as like he starts taking fire. Except the helmet looks at you and go, "Hail."
Hail Hydra.
That too. And he kind of like points, and then like we see down in the alleyway we see Miaya. His ammo chain is still broken.
Eddie just smiles just a little bit.
What are you guys gonna do?
Well, Sam has to only give the killing blow, right?
Correct.
That means I can, or any
The
of
bird-
us can beat him to a pulp before
The
that.
birds started doing anything to us yet, or are we just kind of?
Oh, they're now seeing you, and you can see him like above you on like fire escapes and on the lip of a building, starting to
Oh,
need to
boy.
aim down. And like the guy in armor just looks at you and go, "I'm sorry, I'm able to take him from these kinds of angles."
So the thing is, they can't. We physically cannot kill Miaya, right?
Yep,
Yeah. All right.
everyone else is fair game,
All right.
unless it's another challenger.
Wait, can we hurt Miaya, or can we just actually?
you can hurt
not even-
Miaya.
All right. What would happen if Eddie tried to shoot him right in the fucking brain?
It hurt. He doesn't really use it, so it's kind of like a what's an organ that's like useless.
Vestigial.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Because I mean, if Eddie can't physically kill him, like if it's not a possibility, might as well try to just heavily harm him.
We have to take away his Gatling gun from him, otherwise he will kill Sam. Just Titan shots.
He doesn't have any ammo.
Hey, he's still got a bit. He's still got some of the leftover belt. He hasn't used that. What you can see in like his left hand is just this gigantic like caveman cudgel.
We have to get that gun off him.
Can Eddie try to shoot the gun and try to disable it in some way?
Roll freak.
Roll freak.
I mean,
All right.
not freak. Danger.
All right. And we're not dramatically under fire, so I cannot.
Not
use
yet.
that. Damn. That's no bueno. That's a no bueno roll.
So as you like raise up your bow, like Miaya sees you do this and he goes, "No, not again." And he like chucks like axe throws the cudgel towards you.
Oh shit.
Would anyone get the roll, Savior?
Can I defend?
Yes, you can.
Mark my potential.
Do that too. The team is still the same as before. Yeah, you just like Bastion, you just roll over and like before like it even touches, like you extend this wall of flame. And just it like the cudgel just turns to ash as it like gets hurtled into it. And yeah, so you can unmark a condition, add team to the pool. Okay,
I'm marked guilty.
awesome. Traveler and rock and roller.
How about you guys take on the stupid big bird, and I keep your guys' asses off these guys, and I point to all the other bird people around us.
And you kind of like look to the man with like that kind of like flaming hair, and like he's just generally like on fire, and he looks up to you. Like his skin is like this bright orange, like he's the center of it. You just recognize him as Tinder from the elevator.
Oh, hey, Green Tinder.
Sup, rock and roller. I'll take care of the guys above. Tewas can take care of the guys on the ground. You bring down fucking Big Bird. We'll
Alright.
take care of the rest.
Alright, then let's take on the big fucker.
And you just like see Tinder like put his hands to the ground as he just jettisons upward. And he just opens his mouth and just starts breathing fire.
Alright, let's do this. Turn to Mia?
Yeah,
Mia.
I forget how it was spelled. I knew when I wrote it,
Time to roast this chicken.
Yeah, so rock and roll Traveler, what do you do?
So he has like bullets made of these Titan shots, right?
Yes. Well,
But they still
supposedly
have,
like
like-
skin off a Titan.
Yeah, but they still like work with like gunpowder, like to be
Not essentially, not at all actually.
okay.
The gun just seems to be shooting him with like. If you want to assess the situation, I'll tell you how the gun works.
All right, let's do that. Yeah,
Magical railgun
magical ray gun. Okay.
that can just fire obscene amounts.
What else questions do I have? Let's see.
These shards are like coated, like kind of like stakes, like of some kind of metal that have been coated. You can't see underneath it because like the layer, even though it's like thin, as you're starting to remember like the shards being expelled, it didn't break at all.
So they're pretty much like kryptonite for gods, right?
For Greek god, I mean,
And
for Sam's pantheon and gods in general, yeah.
And for everyone else, they're pretty much just bullets.
No, they would suck on an obscene scale.
Okay.
You don't like this would be irreparable damage to anybody.
Let's
Like,
see.
if we went by the old adage of I create X weapon to penetrate X armor, you would have like A armor.
All right.
Or like Bodkid would have A armor.
Well, how could I best end this quickly?
You take that gun away from him,
Okay.
detonate, and how could we best end this quickly? You take away the gun and you have Bastion detonate the ammo supply.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I relate that plan. All right, that's the plan. We take the gun away and then we'll blow it up and then we'll beat the living shit out of him. That's the way. Everyone got that?
Eddie just nods.
Yeah, Bastion just gets ready.
All right. So it's our greatest gig so far. So don't fuck it up. Have one shot at glory.
Okay. So you relay that. Traveler.
I currently want to kind of hold back and just observe. Saw a little bit, maybe earlier, and then from when Bodkid took the shot and all that. But I want to use, before we get started, when you have time to closely observe your opposition before a fight, roll plus savior, so I can get 3 holds to do different things.
Yep.
I just kind of want to watch for a little bit.
Okay. Roll that. Right? That's what you said. You have to roll it. Yeah. Before we get started.
So that gives me a 3 hold to do different things with.
Okay then. So yeah, you're kind of like laying back as you're watching how Tewaz is dismantling his the troops. His armor is now mostly focused on his arms, and they're like anime style like Kestis now. As he's just like using them, or like Power Fist from 40k. Actually, no, technically they'd be like, yeah, Power Fist from 40k. As he's just using them to like ball people away. And you're starting to see like conventional warfare is like starting to like it like works to a degree on these guys.
Well, I also meant with the big guy though too.
Yeah, and you're also in the position to like observe.
Yeah.
And he brings his gun around. And he starts filling once again the alley with shards. And you guys quickly kind of like, can everyone roll me? Either someone roll savior or people roll danger to avoid.
Can I defend again, since that's all I really did
Yes.
before?
Oh, I
Cool.
want to have Eddie roll savior, but I don't think I can think of any way for him to actually pull that off.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one with really AoE protection abilities.
If Traveler tried it, would it negate having been observing?
I say you can add team to it if you want to, but yeah. I should
You're
really
gonna
work
have
it.
to do because I'm bad.
I need this.
So how are you trying to to defend?
I was thinking that he kind of just like makes a a wall of like wind and like earth and tries to just literally make a defensive shield to like block most of the rounds coming towards our group.
Okay. To add the team, just like as I'm observing, kind of like toss out, seeing that there's some gaps in the wall, like little portals to try to back that up and just send them off harmlessly.
Sure. Is that one of your spending?
Well, you said I
Right.
could use just team and not negate anything.
Okay.
Uh,
You can definitely do that.
um. Well, I mean, I'm gonna clear condition and man, which of those two to choose? Man, what if it's targeting all of us, escalating the situation is probably not the best idea. I'll take the hit for this one because now I have 0 condition, so I might actually not botch this.
Since Campino uses the team, it bumps it up to a 7. Yeah, that's right. And then yeah. So roll to take a powerful blow.
But you know, the gods hate me, so really it doesn't matter what my conditions are at. I will always get a full hit on this.
Jesus Christ! I thought we got rid of this.
No, you know what the difference is? Bastion didn't have an active role in combat. But like whenever I want him to actually succeed at something is always when I fail. God damn it. I mean, I guess I'm gonna fucking get 2 conditions back and give ground.
That's close. In case I added an image for Tewas.
God damn it! This is so frustrating.
Okay, so you roll through the pain, and you gave ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get like what would have been like a swift kind of like return. Like punch is now like you just desperately just making sure you just don't get like go back into consciousness again as you're just kind of like throwing up this flame barrier, and like and like you start like feeling your body react to the bullets as they just start like they penetrate a bit, and then they get like they don't get as far, and they start like expelling, and the wound closes. But it still hurts. It hurts like a ton.
Yeah, he just like grits his teeth. He's been through enough pain at this point for his tolerance to reach unbelievably high levels. So he's trying not to like scream out and distract the group so that everyone can keep their focus forward.
So Rock and Roller, Traveler, and Traveler. Yeah, Traveler. I say you can, or Rock and Roller and Bodkid.
I'll let the other two go.
Yeah, that's Rock and Roller and Bodkid.
Can Eddie really do much right now?
Well,
You can shoot arrows in various
True.
places, and there's stuff around.
Oh yeah, true. Can I roll for a? Can I
And
roll for another?
and you're drastically under fire.
Yeah, could I roll for a straight up creeping real quick?
Sure.
Come on, don't fail me now, mundane. Thank you.
What's the 2 answers?
All right. First off, what here is worth grabbing?
From the sky, there's just this. You hear a crisping and like a screeching, and like from the sky falls like the Barrett 50 cal.
I'm sorry, what? Did you just give Eddie a fucking sniper?
Oh wait, no, not a sniper. Fuck. What's the fucking machine gun from World War II? Fuck, not the
I don't
Playbook.
know.
60.
The M60?
I think so.
Or the M40.
No, the M.
No, not the M.
Are you talking about the whole? Are you talking about the giant machine gun or like a handheld machine gun?
Like a giant machine gun.
That's the M60.
Yeah, that's like an M2 Browning or something,
Yeah, bro.
or an M1941.
Yeah, the M2 Browning.
The M2 Browning. Oh boy.
Fuck, I got that wrong for so damn that's wrong now.
So you're just giving Eddie a 50 caliber machine gun.
Yes.
Oh no.
And
Why
what
would
was your
you do
second
this?
question?
What here is not what they seem, or who or what here is not what they seem? Because I only wanted one question, but I'm gonna take the second one.
Who's not what they seem? Tewaz.
Tewaz. Who is Tewaz again? Sorry.
Tewaz is the armored guy.
Alright, Tewaz.
I got an image of him. It's not totally it.
Alright. Tewaz is a not nice guy, correct? Or is he
He's your ally. He's the guy that's
glove guy. He's
clobbering people.
Yeah, he's the glove guy. Alright.
He's the Kestis guy.
Yeah, alright.
Who's like, you would have, like, you see his left arm, that's now on, like, both of his arms.
Oh,
This was the
boy.
closest image I can find to what I wanted.
Oh boy.
And if you're wondering where the sword is, you can look for that later.
Alright. Well, first off, you're making a horrible mistake by giving Eddie a fucking machine gun.
Am I making a horrible mistake, or am I allowing you to do something?
You're allowing me to clear a fucking drive so hard right now. Because we're dramatically under fire, correct?
Yes.
Where is the biggest concentration of birds?
I'd say the biggest concentration of bird is Miea.
Miea?
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, guess who's about to just geet? Eddie's about to run. Is it like in a place that Eddie's gonna have to run for the,
No. You just have to pick it up, set it, and like just start, and like you have to try and fire it.
Alright, hey, guess who's about to not have a fun time? Miea. Eddie just hops up out of nowhere, right? Out of seemingly nowhere. Or out of, like, the little trench or whatever the fuck the machine gun is in, right? And then he's just gonna hold up the machine gun so that Miea can see it and just scream, "I've got one too!" and then start firing on Miea.
Roll for suck it, dumb issue.
Yep. Oh, god damn it.
Travel and rock and I'd say everyone can.
We have to pipe in all three to make that a success.
No, that's, no,
It's
Second
a
Domination is, for directly engage a threat.
But it's a 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 is a pass.
Seven
Yeah,
is
I
a
know.
pass.
Why do you need
It's a
help?
good pump.
If we want
Because
to
he is not using a bow, and he's using something that they took with them.
Yeah.
And what they took with them is certainly something that would be used to harm something greater, you see?
Okay.
So I'm wondering if I should have given him like a +1 for using straight up creeping and then using that to inform the situation.
I mean, still, I'm still gonna be getting an 8, so. That's still a pass.
You have
either way.
14.
Oh, did I roll a 14?
What?
No, you have 14.
Oh, 14. Alright. I thought you were like, you rolled a 14. I was like, no, I didn't. I rolled half of that.
He's basically saying if we want to help and I'll pump in an extra one, we can give him a full hit so he can pick multiple options.
Alright, sure.
I mean, the thing that I was going to pick for that was give opportunities to my team, so.
Well, then guess we help him. Maybe
You don't want
I
to.
actually kicked that giant rifle into his hands.
Yeah, so half of like Eddie, you get like it's at your feet, and like rock and roller kind of like kicks it up, like soccer, like football kicks it into your hands. You kind of like Dukes of Hazard over like a trash and start firing into Miea, and most of the bullets start hitting, and but like you get like a couple of miss, and Traveler uses those to like teleport and then like have them start peppering him from behind.
Okay.
So all your bullets are hitting.
Perfect. Why would you give Eddie this?
Well, what do you choose?
I think I've been maybe a bit unfair this session, so maybe a bit.
You give this little fucking psycho. All right.
But
Anyway.
anyway, let's move on from.
I'm gonna go with
we got a
create an
comic book issue
yeah.
to finish.
I'm gonna go with create an opportunity for your allies and impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I'd assume frighten because it's a Browning fucking 50 caliber machine gun being open fired on them.
Yeah, and then an opportunity.
Alright.
They're all hiding because there's a fucking machine gun being fired at them.
Alright, then like gonna attack Mia then. Get the
Yeah.
opportunity.
So, as Miea is getting peppered, he can't return fire. Bastion and Rock and roll your charge against Miea.
Alright.
What?
Oh shit.
Rock and roll is trying to charge Miea.
You know what? I take the potential. I need it.
Okay, then roll to take a powerful blow as
Cool.
he uses his gigantic gun to like club you to the ground.
Damn. That's metal. Damn it! So close.
What issue you taking?
God damn it. Don't have to open. Take a powerful blow. Where's it?
Side moves.
Yep. Struggle past the pain. And...
Sorry, I didn't mean to be to sound impatient. I'm just dealing with
No, it's okay. Angry and insecure.
That works.
Cool.
So yeah, you definitely would kind of like after like getting pummeled, you kind of like rise up shakily again. Let me look at Traveler for a quick second. Okay. So to resolve our good Bodkid situation, we see from above him, all you get is like this, as you just see like this, the last baseball bat bird start just Geronimo slashing on downward up on Bodkid's head.
Oh yay.
Well, if we all see that, then I use one
I feel
charge.
like Eddie won't even fucking hear these things coming out on him, over him because of the fucking...
Oh, you're screaming as you're firing the machine gun.
Yeah. All the noise.
I'll use one charge to toss out a portal, and basically he falls through and like was coming down to smash it, and when he went to connect, it would hit the back of the head of Miea.
Yeah, so you do that, and the bat, like the Negan bat he has, just breaks on Miea's head, and he just takes his like minion and he just tosses them into a wall as he just angrily just starts stomping on them.
So, while
Bastion.
Oh.
Oh wait, or Traveler. Bastion the Traveler.
kind of felt that was more of a defend thing. If it's okay, could I use another charge while he's distracted, stomping his minion to basically stun Miea, and what I'm picturing, if I know it won't kill him, but it would potentially slow him up, is just hurling 2 large portals at him to like either sever limbs or just cut big chunks out of him to give Bastion a good opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely say you can do that as you kind of like you send these 2 like destructo disc portals at him, and they just like cut through like his like shoulders and general chest region, like, and just move through it, and like you can see it, the sinews just struggling like to repair the damage.
Make your move.
All right, I want to go.
Good dream.
Grab some of the ammo that's still like, I guess, intact, and press it like against his throat and use a mixture of both Jupiter's and Apollo's powers to superheat it and detonate it.
Wield your powers. Yeah.
Both fucking times. Just one short of the tenor, but I fucking hope at this point he'll actually be neutralized.
And I say you get a +1 because you followed the observation.
Cool.
So it's a 10. And let me tell you about what you do to Miea. Is you just flip over his head, because this is going to end it. You take like a lightning bolt, just coalesces into your hands, and just like you, like somehow like it looks like to be on fire, and you just chuck that again through Miea's like ammo kit and body, like down through like what would be like his like belly button and into the street. And it just and that explodes. The ammo kit explodes, and like everything is just caught up in this blinding light. Before this even like gets to you, like we can see like just Tewa's like dive in front of Eddie, like all of his armor just on like his front side. And just the entire place is filled with ricocheting titan shards, as just not only does Miea body just ignite and explode, but it's also just shredded, like if you took like a body through like razor wire, like superheated razor wire. And you just see the spirit just rise out of him and just disappear. Like, and it like, actually no, it doesn't disappear. It like looks to you and goes, now all you must do is look for the cardinal directions, champion.
Can I take something vulnerable to me and fucking disperse it? So I almost want to fucking extra kill him, but I doubt I'd be allowed that.
Yes, you can.
Oh, sweet, totally doing that. Motherfucker's dying.
As you rip apart his, like, you just shred the soul in half and it just casts downwards, and all you can hear is just this cackling, this trio of cackling laughter.
Yeah, it's just nothing but hard, cold rage as he's murdering this being.
And we just rest over the fight, and you can just see like the shards just kind of like just caught up in all of Tewaz's armor, and he's just starting to like, and he's just in front of Eddie, and he kind of like turns around and he just like like thumbs up.
Eddie just gives a slightly dazed thumbs up as he comes out of his fit of raw ecstasy as he was probably murdering people with a machine gun anyway.
They weren't really people.
Exactly. So he won't go to jail.
Eddie's getting my loopholes.
I love it.
I mean, now that I know I can do this once, it's gonna happen every time.
Hey, Trevor, you think Bastion might be the one that turns into a villain?
Not in the original timeline, but shit happens.
Yeah, maybe alternate timeline Bastion was one that wasn't controlled by Travis and thus can actually succeed in endeavors and then didn't get fucking bitter.
Well, the scene kind of ends and Tinder just kind of like just sayonara's from on top of the rooftops, and you're just left there with like Tewaj just has a sword, like he like picks up the sword in his hands and he just chucks it, and it just like throws into one of the last birds just trying to flee, and he goes, "God damn it. Every single goddamn time." And like the armor just starts shedding just to like take positions on his arms. And you guys are just sitting there in an alleyway. You all heard the trio cackling, by the way. I'll have all of that be known. You heard the trio cackle.
I love ominous cackling.
And with Mie's last omission, we will now end the session.
Yay.
Cool.
End of session moves.
I don't know.
I guess I'll grow closer to Traveler because she made a decision as a second for the first time and made a correct one, which I mean allows him to put more trust in her being the second in command more often.
Rock and Roller has been reduced to the muscle.
I mean, Rock and Roller has always been the face of the group.
Let's see. I already have influence, so I doubt these, but can your mundane go down and freak go up?
Yeah, actually, would you believe it? It can.
Wow.
That's what I do, because I think it's self-explanatory.
Both of them are at their limits now, though. And I get
That
another
makes sense.
because I was a fucking useless bag of shit in that first combat. Damn it.
Didn't see that coming, by the way. I
sadly did.
I thought like I was just like not allowing the system to be broken, because let me tell you, wield your powers. It can do shit.
Yeah,
like,
but I need it because apparently I can't do anything right if I don't.
I'll keep that in notice for the future and
Fuck me.
look around the rulebook for how I can probably do that. Probably just need to use villain moves, but
You're just a Saiyan. You have to get beat up first, and you come back stronger, and you win.
there you go.
Yeah, the problem is that like
It's just you don't like dying, okay? That's your problem.
no, the problem is that this time I didn't try to use any of the shit from the Nova. I was just like, all right, just don't even generate burn, and hopefully he won't fucking ask you to directly engage, so you don't have to use a reality storm. Because almost all the conditions I got were fucking from burn in the first place, and the fact that like whether I have 5 conditions or 5-0, I will always roll a full hit when I take a powerful blow. Always.
it's so tilting, motherfucker.
And I have
Oh,
left
so
actual
fun.
character development hooks in 2 different people.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
yeah. Yeah. Hey, quick question. Could I count literally anything from this session as a way to clear the pull off a ridiculous stunt drive?
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm
Finally
gonna.
cleared a drive.
I'm gonna lock a label and add +1.
That is perfectly fine too.
Can you use that to push a label past 3 or
No.
Okay, good.
Because this sheet won't go past 4.
I guess I'll push Savior up. I'm running out of places to like. Actually,
Rearrange and shift your labels is a great one. Even though that would totally wipe what Traveler has done, it would definitely probably build you to what you want, but whatever.
yeah, but I want to lock freak so I don't have to worry about that ever going down again.
Technically, you should have a second stat lock because after every moment of truth, you walk away.
Oh, wait, you do?
I know
Yes.
that.
Oh, then I have 3 stats locked.
Because that's how we ended up blocking stats in my, what's the word? I can't think of it. In my Sunday game. I'm gonna go check that actually before, just to make sure. Just to make sure.
And I think I'm gonna actually grow away from the team, and especially Sam. He told me to be a little bit more the hero, not the menace, but now he himself becomes a menace. So I'm super disappointed in that. And I think I start losing.
That's a very unfair standard, but all right.
And I will kind of feel like start losing Sam to his godly family.
They fucking beat the shit out of my dad in an unfair fight. Like, really bad.
Whistle's in a different room.
As much as I would like to get a potential, I probably grew into my own image a bit. Probably raising a savior up, because did a lot of that, I feel. And really probably danger down, because it was ultimately, I think I did a lot more defensive stuff this time than anything else.
You did open me up to Sam.
Yeah, but even that was more trying to help, less than directly engaging for the sake of directly engaging.
True. But danger doesn't explicitly mean fighting for the sake of fighting. It just means what, I guess, aggressiveness and battle capability, I think. At least that's how I remember it. It's an interpretation. Like I said, I probably need to read the rule books all over again. But I have to go. Oh wait. Everyone got through their crap, right? When the
Bodkid
session
needs to
moves. Yes, Bodkid. Let's do that quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say grow to my own image, and then. Or wait, fuck. Let me find the exact quote on. Yeah, grow into your own image of yourself, and I was gonna say freak down and savior up.
Okay. I hope you guys had fun.
I did.
I'm looking forward to the rest of the arc.